Hi, how are you? Doc Holliday. He's Matt Infield. Welcome to day 4 of this Action News 5 special coverage of the FedEx St. Jude Championship, which took place at TPC Southwind right here in Memphis, and his championship Sunday at the FedEx St. Jude. And the champ, a rose is still a rose, Mr. Justin Rose.
Now, remember, we were talking off camera last night, and I said, I just got a feeling about Justin Rose, even though Tommy Fleetwood was leading at the time, Scotty Scheffler lurking the wings. I just had a little gut feeling, and what do you know, it turned out to be something. More on the champ in just a moment, but once again, it was a wild Sunday at TPC Southwind. 72 holes, not enough to determine a winner of the FedEx St. Jude Championship.
Facts, man. As Rose was on his way to the championship, we had some drama. Now, Tommy Fleetwood was the leader heading into today's 4th and final round, but just barely. Fleetwood just 1 stroke better than his best friend Rose, who was sitting in 2nd. He was just 2 strokes ahead of world number 1 Scotty Scheffler, who was sitting in 3rd, and just 3 strokes ahead of Spaun, who was sitting at 4th. But when it was all said and done, Fleetwood got repoed out of the top spot. Scheffler came up short, and the last 2 standing, JJ and Justin. After both finished round 4 16 under par, they found themselves in a 2-man sudden death playoff. And on the first playoff hole, which was back on 18, Spaun with a long birdie attempt, great shot, but he not can't get it to go. His miss leaving room for Rose to win it if he can knock down a birdie. And Justin lining up for that birdie, and he not just can get it. He barely misses. He can't believe it. Spaun, he's relieved. So we head to a second playoff round. Second playoff round, Spaun shooting from deep again. He missed a deep shot in the first playoff round, but this time, cups it, and him like that. Now the pressure is on Rose. Rose has to knock down the birdie, because if it doesn't, it's over. And Justin says, OV as in OV, no V. I got this. Rose with the who putt, that's buckets. So we head to a third playoff round. And in the third playoff round, Rose looking for another birdie, and Rose is going to get himself another birdie. Now, his birdie means Spaun has to knock in his birdie attempt in order to stay alive, and Spaun lines up for the putt, and Spaun is going to spawn sad feelings for himself, happy feelings for Rose. JJ can't get it to go, which allows Rose to go to the trophy presentation as the FedEx St. Jude champion. Justin Rose winning his first ever FedEx St. Jude Championship.
Today was obviously a great opportunity starting the day. There were a lot of, I guess for me, storylines involved, playing with Tommy, one of my best friends out here on tour, clearly, Scotty right there, a whole chasing pack. But, starting the day 1 back, clearly, that's an awesome opportunity to have a chance of winning a tournament. But kind of wasn't going my way. Front nine was slow for both me and Tommy, so I feel like there were loads of guys, well, there were 4 of us in the mix heading into the back 9, and I stalled a little bit, but then, the last 5 holes I played some of my best golf, and I kind of felt like I pulled it together when I really had to, and then even in the playoff I continued to hit great shots, and that just makes it, I guess, so much fun as a competitor to really when you have to hit the shots to find them, and I'll take a lot of pride in that today.
I hung in there the best I could, and he beat me to the hole first, and just wasn't meant to be.
Not part of that playoff after coming into Sunday as the leader. It's heartbreak once again for Tommy Fleetwood, who was so close to his first PGA Tour win. The Englishman's day was all over the place. He started terribly, 1 over through the front 9, then put together 3 birdies in 4 holes from 12 to 15 to take a 2-shot lead with 3 holes left. But Fleetwood had a brutal miss for par on 17, bogeyed that hole, and while Rose and Spaun finished strong, Fleetwood came up 1 shot short of the playoff, coming home tied for 3rd, and it's another day where victory just was not meant to be.
There's a lot of positives to take, as much as I don't really, or I won't feel like that right now. I'm just going to look at what I feel like I could have done and how close it was, but we move on. There's another week next week, and I've just got to reflect on today, and obviously keep pushing forward and try and put myself in that position again.
Fleetwood's still looking for his first win. Scotty Scheffler has won a lot, and at times it looked like he was going to add another trophy to his collection on Sunday. The #1 player in the world was 3 under through 10 and grabbed a share of the lead, but a couple of bogeys, including 1 on 15, ended up costing him a shot at victory. Scheffler comes home tied with Fleetwood for third at 15 under, and despite not winning, he's happy with how he played.
You know, I felt like I did some good things out there. I felt like I hit a lot of good putts, just hit a lot of lips. Felt like I did enough to have a really good round. Just putts weren't falling today for some reason. Today was a day where I executed really well, hit my lines on the greens, hit a lot of good shots going in the greens. Just ball wasn't going in, just a little bit off, I guess.
And the final leaderboard looks like this. Rose at the top, followed by Spaun, Scheffler, and Fleetwood tied for third. And Cameron Young rounding out the top 5. Young straight golf balling out today. Cameron shoots the best round of anyone, carding a 64 today. That's 64, allowing Young to move up 16 spots to finish 5th. Hideki Matsuyama, last year's FedEx St. Jude champion, finishes in the tie for 17th, shooting 7 under par. And my guy,
your boy,
Min Woo Lee, who was sitting in last place all alone, has some company today. Woo Lee finishing in a tie at 68 with Daniel Berger, both finishing with the worst scores of the tournament at 10 over par.
You know the good thing about Min Woo, though? He teed off at like 6:45 this morning, so he was on the plane by lunchtime.
But they got him in and out early, so he can get up out of here. Time out when time is back in.
We'll introduce you to a star golfer in the 901 you need to pay attention to this season. That's next.